What's going on, everybody? How you doing? I know it's been a while since I've been on here, but anyway, good Friday morning. What's today's date? Today is February the 26th. February the 26th. Yo, we're gonna be baking this weekend from Friday through Sunday. I'm not gonna be so busy. Only thing I'm gonna be busy of is doing this podcast thing, giving you the latest and the greatest content that you ever heard from Kasim Lamar Dream Big Podcast. All right, before we go any further, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're subscribed to it, share the video. This is going to be a good one, as you can see by the thumbnail. And if you're not subscribed to it, please subscribe and then share. All right, please support your boy. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go to this video real quick. I want you guys to see this video. It's a very important video. This is the video. This thing that I'm going to share with you guys is what I talk about all the time. What I share to young guys all the time, young women that want to actually in a right mind, women, older men in a right mind. That's who I speak of. That's my audience, in my opinion, the people that's in a right mind. I'm gonna share this thing. It's like I said, it's the new Millennium Feminists that want to change gender roles, and it's Black Millennium Feminists. Like we don't have enough problems in the Black community. But gender roles actually been changed in the Black community for the last 50, 60 years. So these new millenniums want to take it to another step. Let's watch the video. Let me share this real quick with you guys. Hold on one second. All right. Put that right there. Let's go.
Of girls as a woman. And I also think that it's challenging to raise.
As a matter of fact, let me rewind this back.
Hard to be the mother of girls as a woman. And I also think that it's challenging to raise.
Well, sorry, guys.
Having a son.
All right, wait, hold on. So you can see at the round table, it's a couple of self-proclaimed feminists on New Millennium Feminists talking about their way of changing the young Black boy mindset, being as though most of us are very emotional and stuff and things of that nature. But from what I saw of this video, they want to even get it even worse. They want to get it worse. And people have problems with people like me by trying to, teach one at a time on looking out for this particular person. In my opinion, a lot of these women, I just let it go.
Think of how I want him to be as a man. And I mean, I want to allow him freedom to develop into who he is, but there are certain things that I feel like are important. He needs to be, a gentleman and be, there's a confident, but, still sensitive to what a woman needs. And then, but still, care about what he needs too. And I just feel like as a mom, it is my job to ensure that he grows up to be somebody that,
doesn't to the women in his life. Yeah,
precisely. Yeah. And I don't know if you feel that way about Judah, but I think it's important.
I do. And I think it's hard to be the mother of girls as a woman. And I also think that it's challenging to raise feminist boys.
Right.
That is, I think.
Raising a feminist boy. They want to raise a feminist boy. I'm going to tell you guys from my perspective as a 40-year-old man that traveled well enough. So many different situations, been around many different cultures. A feminist boy do nothing for his community, but weakens it. Look in the Black community for the last 50 years. Let's keep it going.
I think specifically our job as women to boys to raise feminist sons.
Yes.
And it's been.
She said, as women to boys to raise feminist sons. Are you kidding me? You guys got to check who you giving your seed to. Especially you boys, you guys that's 25 and under, 30 and under. You have to check these women. You have to get to know these women before you get these seed to them. Because they making, especially as a Black man, they making our boys weak, as they did throughout the past for the last 50, 60 years. But now they want to get it, the new millennium people, the Zenniums and the millenniums, they really want to make it worse. The far leftists, so-called woke feminists, that's what they want. Do you not understand this? I'm gonna keep it going.
A complete awakening, I'd say, for, you know, myself, my husband, my family. It's just.
I think she has a husband. I don't know why these men, certain men, like it got to be feminist men that make babies with feminist women. It got to be, because I don't understand why they trying to change a biological thing that the Most High given the woman and given the man to be. Why are you changing it? It's failing our society. People are mentally unstable. You can tell by these women they're mentally unstable. If they dig, and I'm pretty sure they didn't grow up in a house where the father was the main source of income, the put order into the house, was a high level thinker to progress his son and daughter or daughters or sons to be the best human beings that they could possibly be, understanding who they are, understanding their roles when they have families. I don't think a lot of these women that's on this panel ever been around a man like that, ever was raised with a man like that. These women is the typical women that I actually went to school with, these really high sedity, boule feminists. Let's keep it going.
You know, the next generation. Like, wow, he can be soft, he can be strong,
right?
He can be gentle, and he can also be, you know, very masculine. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. And when we give
being soft, being gentle, and then being masculine, in my opinion, that don't go together. That don't go together. And ask any woman that's that's actually that's feminine, not a feminist, that's very feminine. She want her man to be masculine. She don't want her man to be soft. I don't know even feminist women that think they masculine want a soft dude. I don't even know a lot of them. And I know one thing I do know, I know a lot of women. I don't know, as I said again, I don't know a lot of feminist masculine women that want to have a feminist man. I don't know. A soft dude. Do you guys know?
Boys room to show their full range of emotions, that gives them the ability to be open to the full range of emotion that women show. Because, you know, women are a lot more open with their emotions 9 times out of 10. Absolutely.
Do you feel like you have the support from your partners in that and raising a feminist son?
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
And does take a little education.
Have a support of your partners to raise a feminist son. This is what she said. The only partner she gonna have that's gonna help her raise a feminist son is a man that's maybe questionable in his sexuality. More than likely, it's questionable in his sexuality. More than likely. It's not going to be a man that understands logic. Oh, no. It's going to be a man that's very questionable when it comes to his sexuality.
Other people. I mean, you know, I can't expect other people to treat my son a certain way, you know, if they're the way that they are. But, you know, I do kind of like with our parents, you know, it's okay that he wants to paint his nails. It's cool. He's a boy, you know, like it.
Whoa.
I don't think.
Look at that girl looking at, look how that girl looking at her. Like, what? It's cool for your son to paint his nails. You might as well say you don't care. You're trying to help mainstream media indoctrinate your son to be as feminine as possible, because maybe he'd be so feminine that he just gonna like men. That's just gonna be what he needs and what he wants, because mommy and daddy helped the super liberal, far leftist community that indoctrinates kids to be, you know, bisexual, you know, fluent in their sexuality, man, woman, child. What do you want? Animal. And look how this woman looking. This is why Black men. What are you guys doing? When you see these beautiful women, great, have a good time with them. Don't get these women pregnant. Don't marry these women. They're destroying the Black community. That's why these older women my age or older indoctrinated this to them. Because the older women my age or older, they said to themselves, well, we might as well, because we're going to be lonely. We're going to be bitter. We might as well make our daughters bitter. These women like in their 20s. My son, 20 years old. They're probably 4 or 5 years older than my son, maybe younger than that. I know those women that indoctrinated that 25, 30 years ago to their kids. And that's why they're going to be women, in my opinion, that's going to die alone. They're going to always be unhappy. You could tell it's mental issues in this sector, in this roundtable of theirs. It's mental issues. You're trying to change gender roles. You're trying to change biology from a man and woman. You got to be mentally unstable.
Him feel like he's doing something wrong by expressing himself, or you know, doing anything that would be perceived as feminine is okay,
right? Or that, and it also shows them that
it's okay for a woman to be feminine. It's okay for a woman to be feminine. Absolutely. It's not okay for a young man to be feminine at all. It doesn't change the world. It doesn't progress us to be better human beings. Hell to the no. A man's supposed to be a leader, a provider, a protector, understanding logic and reality, handle things as a man supposed to handle things in a three-dimensional thinking pattern. He always have to be alert, always have to understand he's a masculine man. This is what it's supposed to be. This is how the Black community is going to change as they used to be 70 years ago, when we understood our rules.
Can express themselves, period. They don't have to express themselves in this way.
Right.
Like, I see so many little boys, my son's friends, who will maybe have their nails painted, or have a flower in their hair, or have a pink shirt. And I'm mentioning like intrinsically feminine things that they're into, just to show like boys can have a feminine side and they can also have a masculine side. It's so important for them to be in touch with both. Exactly.
Yes. And so I was going to say, even
mentally unstable, boy. Mentally unstable. If she raising that boy, oh my God, he gonna have boys has be acting feminine, boy. Maybe the millennials gonna be changing. But they usually have unproductive relationships. Believe me, when I acted emotional for a very long time in my relationships, and I had unproductive relationships until I understood my role. I started to realize, I started to gather, I started to read books, I started to look at, you know, real mentors and how they showing me how a man's supposed to react to things and not emotionally.
Right? Like allowing the space for your partner or person to have a wide range of emotions or like really express themselves, especially nowadays. It's I don't know. It just seems difficult. I don't know if you dealt with that in dating. Or
I think some people just need to express themselves in all ways, in shape or form. Sexuality, we have this stereotype as if young women can explore their sexuality, but young men can't.
Exactly.
And
where that's at? We worship Dadaism. Every time I look at social media, he's some batshit crazy. Look at how they look. Every time I look at social media, I'm seeing a half-naked woman. It's mainstream outlets all over social media, TV that women can do whatever they want in the last 25, 30 years, and it's getting worse. Lyrics and stuff like that, just like that the elected official, I forgot her name, Maxine Waters told what's the rapper name? Told I forgot the rapper's name. Told her that she is a mentor to these women, all these young women, young Black women, by doing whatever she wants. Megan Thee Stallion, she's a mentor to young Black women, to a 70-year-old elected official that been in office in California for 50 years. She gonna tell her that? This is what these some batshit crazy people, boy. I'm trying to tell you, men, you bet to look out for these women. I know y'all rather listen to a woman because there's a lot of beta males out there, but I promise you better look out for these women, man. They destroying our communities. It's a lot of soft boys, our boys making bad decisions and things of that nature. Even our boule boys that they trying to raise to be metrosexuals. You know what? Metrosexuals, it's different than it was 15 years ago. Metrosexuals now, they trying to make them like straight up, way more like over the top, like almost gay. Being as though there's nothing wrong with being gay at all. But hey, stop playing yourself. When you do certain things, you gotta be considered gay. When you go over the top, metrosexual already in that thin line. Let's keep it going.
And then that's perpetuated in relationships where it's like, well, can I be with this guy because he was potentially, or he might have been with some guy or in an intimate way. So
can I be with a cis guy? Listen to what she said.
It's like you can't hold people to those standards.
Yeah.
As a feminist, and you're trying to raise a feminist son, you have to allow them to be open to who they are. So it's like you can't treat your girls and not treat your men the same way. Yeah. And I think nowadays, especially
I really want to know, what country are these batshit crazy females living in? Our girls have more laws to protect them than our boys, especially if you're a Black man, especially. So who is she talking about? The super liberal feminist mainstream media is way up in the sky. You say anything that they disagree with. See, these people want to see, they don't want identity. They don't want identity when it comes to different logic, different opinions. They want identity in gender, sex, all this other stuff. What else? How you look, your nationality. They want that. But when it comes to identity, when it comes to understanding, you got different opinions of different situations and stuff. They don't want that. They get fucking crazy, as you guys know, as you guys see it every day. Now, even at your workplace, this girl crazy. She said, I date a guy that been with another man and this and that and third. Remember 20, 30 years ago, a woman be like, oh, it's on the down low. It got worse. Now these millennial feminists, they like, fuck it, I'll take you. I don't give a fuck how many dudes that, how many bussies you had before. I'll take you. If you want to have some more, do whatever you want. And then at the first time, hopefully we'll do whatever that makes you happy. But I guarantee that shit don't even make them happy. Feminist woman, I don't know many feminist women is mentally stable. And I know most of the women I know feminists. I don't know most feminist women that's mentally stable.
You see more men that are more open with their sexuality, and our generation, young rappers our age, where they're wearing skirts and, you know, they're considering themselves asexual. And I mean, that has nothing to do whether they consider themselves, you know, man or woman. It's simply just who they are. And I mean, they have so much freedom.
They love that identity, but I guarantee you that same rapper said, I'm a man. I don't understand what they're doing, but they can do what they want to do on the other side. They be getting mad as shit because that's a difference of opinion.
That, and you see these old head, you know, rappers coming at them like, oh man, these suckers, this, that, and the third, where it's like, this is just who they are. And if you don't want to adapt to that, that's on you. But I mean,
these are future lonely women. It's like they more than likely they found their mothers, if not all of them, most of them. It's going to be the future lonely women that's going to be looking like, oh shit, I've been fucked up in the game for a long time. College done told me something completely different than life and facts told me.
Our generation, I think young millennials are just out there. And I think we're able to put wear our hearts on our sleeves and put our emotions on the table without regret. And I think sometimes that can be challenging or, you know, too out there for older generations. You know, they might not be ready for that.
They're not used to that. But I think that it is a blessing. Like, millennials are coming, like, this is coming true. Because it's true, like, you know, older generations are not as open as this new generation. Like
they think being open is being mentally unstable as much as possible, going against biology, changing gender roles. That's helping the community. No. But whoever raised these girls, I blame you. I blame society. I blame you.
Children specifically are just going to be so tolerant. And I think that's one thing that we're missing as a society. Like, let's just get some.
These are the same people that don't care if they 3 to 13-year-old girl or boy change their sex. These are the same people that's going to vote on that. Our super liberal black women. You know my opinion. I think super liberal feminist black women are the worst. That's my opinion. Really never did nothing to help a black community. Everything is for non-black liberals. Even these super liberal feminist black men as well.
Some acceptance going. Like, let's get a round table of acceptance. You don't look like me. Cool, let's still play together. Like, why not?
Yeah, when I made that switch and I turned off that thought of men being villainous and everything, it changed my perspective on men in general. So whereas I was dating these macho, I'm a man guys, I was so turned off by that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so turned off by that now. So like now I'm like into guys who have septum piercings and who are models and just you can't place them.
Okay.
And that is perfectly fine with me, but I know what they like. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But to society, it's like, oh well, that has nothing to do with anything. I think it's so beautiful that a person can just be themselves, you know, and that's what's attractive. That's what's beautiful. That's what's life-changing. And I think that once people open themselves up to that, you'll be free. It's like, it's so freeing.
You're free when you open yourself to chaos and disorder. You're free when you're not mentally stable to these people. But they're young. They're going to figure it out. Just like I did. They're going to figure out what's the facts. They're going to figure that out. I don't know. It's going to be too late. Maybe this woman, because she like open and free guys, whatever. Hopefully she don't have no STDs or anything, or HIV or anything, hepatitis C, B. Hopefully that don't happen because she want free and open guys, you know, and I'm pretty sure she's free and open as well. you know, bunch of chaos and disorder. And people think this is cool. And then, and I want to mention before I end this video, guys, I want to mention this. Let me stop sharing this. I want to mention this. No woman that I know that's a masculine or feminine woman respect the man that's feminine. Again, let me say it again. Even these masculine women, wannabe masculine women, and feminine women don't respect men that's more feminine than them. That's a feminist. I never met one. I never met a woman that really respect a man. Maybe they like to be with men that like they like to get carried away and go crazy, just like they go crazy, whatever, and don't think logically, what have you. But they don't take that man serious. As a matter of fact, he might be their second man, third man, somebody that they, date every so often, but they never going to respect him. Never. Because as they get older, they start to realize, reality, understanding that, whoa, my DNA is to be a feminine woman. And a man, my DNA is to be a provider and a protector. We have roles that we can't be playing with. But when they're indoctrinated in college, in high school, in middle school, they indoctrinate these things. These are the same people that think it's nothing wrong for a 4-year-old boy saying, oh, I want to be a woman, mommy. Because that when it's called, when it's the identity, when it's come from, what's the word I'm looking for? When it's looking for, it's an identity thing, politics and stuff like that. That is, sexuality and stuff like that, and all this other stuff, gender, nationalities. But when it comes to really recognizing people's opinions and how, hey, I'm good with all that over there. Y'all do your thing, whatever, but this is not me. Young men that's 30 and under, check, watch out for these women, man. Watch out for these women. And just like a couple of them said, a man can have sex with another man and come back to me, or you could be a something, whatever the heck because I don't know these terminologies. But you guys have to understand, you can't make babies with these type of women, man. You can't. This is destroying Black men. This is destroying our communities, man. It's already a situation where we don't understand our roles, from my generation and the other generation as well. It's getting worse. These millennium feminists want to help non-Black feminists destroy the Black community. I'm trying to tell you, just like our feminists from my age and older did as well. No matter how they try to act pro-Black and do all this bullshit that they do, this is the truth. Hey, anyway, guys, this is the last of the video. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you want to comment on this, this video, please comment. Leave your opinions on here or what have you. I don't care if you disagree with me or agree with me. I want to hear it. All right, we coming back. Peace.